All right, we have live on the hotline right now, super producer Harmony Samuels. He's worked with artists such as Chris Brown, Kelly Rowland, Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, Ariana Grande. Good morning.
How are you?
Hey, welcome to the Hip Hop Coffee Shop, man. Bill Baker, Shay Starr. Good morning.
A show with you.
Where you at?
Los Angeles. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, I love it.
Calling you from Los Angeles.
You got your cup of coffee, man?
I've got orange juice. This coffee doesn't work for me in the morning.
Oh, okay. I got
You need that vitamin C on deck.
Yes, you know.
Very good.
My day starts at 5 in the morning. So.
Hey, as is ours, we're actually getting ready to go on the air in an hour at 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
We definitely understand, man. Well, listen, welcome to the Hip Hop Coffee Shop. We really appreciate you, taking the time out to call us.
Thank you for having me. I was really honored to be on your show.
No, thank you.
Who don't know who Harmony Samuels is, producer, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you've worked with, and
obviously the accent tells us where you're already from, but you can go ahead and throw that in there too.
Well, my name is Harmony Samuels. I'm a music producer, born and raised in London, via Nigerian. My parents are Nigerian. Half of my family is Jamaican, so I have a very multicultural background. I moved to Los Angeles in 2009, and when I moved to Los Angeles, I was discovered by a young man called Rodney Jerkins, who produced for Brandy and Monica and a whole bunch of hits.
Everybody.
Everybody. I mean,
I'll get ready to say, just a young man, just another everyday guy.
Yeah, just Rodney Jerkins,
Superhero. So he discovered me, gave me my opportunity to move from London to LA, and I've been here ever since. I moved here 4 years ago. And I've been working with the likes of Chris Brown. I worked on the Fame and Fortune albums. Ariana Grande. I did her hit single The Way. And I executive produced her for a debut album, which did amazingly. Yours truly. Who can I say? Fantasia Barrino. Side Effects of You. I did the whole album from top to bottom. And the song with Missy Elliott and Kelly Rowland, that's my record.
That's my record. I love it.
That's my record.
From top to bottom.
From top to bottom.
Hey, look, there is no making fun. I'm only doing it because it's cool.
It sounds so freaking cool.
Listen, I'm so used to it. It doesn't even bother me.
It doesn't even bother me.
I think it's funny.
You better talk that talk, Harmony.
No, we love it. We love it.
Now,
Thank you very much.
One thing that I found that was super interesting about you is, first of all, you taught yourself how to play the piano and the bass at only 4 years old while you were playing from church. So, of course, I'm pretty sure it's the typical story, right? Everybody comes from the church background, so I'm going to assume that played a huge role in, you doing what you're doing right now and becoming the musical director of the church at age of 12.
You're up there singing them hymns.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then you turned into the choir director.
Yes, sir. I had to be the choir director. That was my way in.
Yes.
So how has all of that shaped the sound of Harmony Samuels?
If you look at, the songs that I represent or I've produced or worked on or been a part of, you can hear hints of church, but you can hear hints of gospel. You can hear hints of my Europeanness. Mm-hmm. You can hear hints of my African and Jamaican culture. So it defines my sound quite a lot, actually. I just produced a great record for Miss Michelle Williams, featuring Beyonce and Kelly, called Say Yes.
Who we just had on the show a couple of days ago.
Yeah, we just had Michelle on the show a couple
of days ago.
And actually, you kind of hooked that up for us, by the way. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. No, you know what? My boy Melvin Brown actually hooked that up for me. So, shout out to Melvin for reaching out. And,
she didn't want to talk about the Solange elevator situation.
So that must mean that he don't want to talk about it either.
Who would? It's funny because what's funny? I'm so close but yet so far. So for me, I just saw it and was like, oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's just, just something happened.
Look, I don't even know what it is. I'm just saying. So, but look, I tell you, you coming from that church background, look, and some of these new artists that are coming out now ain't nothing like that old school church music back in the day.
Yeah, and it's funny he said that because now that I'm thinking back at the chords in the song "The Way," which is actually one of my favorites by Ariana Grande, it does have that church feel to it. Now that you say that, yeah.
I mean, even when we did "Without You" with Missy Kelly and Tasia, it sounded like a record from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But there was these church chords that would come in the chorus, and everyone would be like, "Why does it feel like I'm in church at the same time as being at the club?" I was like, "That's exactly what I want you to feel."
Exactly, like, "Oops, am I supposed to be here?" On the flip side of that.
Look, let me tell you something. You said you work with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God, yes!
Here we go.
Team Breezy all day.
Here we go.
The next time you see him, you tell him that I love him.
And he gonna say, "Huh? Who?" I was gonna say this. Look, next time you work with Chris Brown, what you really need to do is definitely incorporate more of them church hymns in there with him, because he definitely needs the Lord. Okay,
you know what?
So I'm just saying,
you are not about to sit here
Jesus.
and talk about my boo like that. Okay, I am riding for Chris all day long.
I
and
know
Fame
that.
and Fortune was 2 very good albums. So shout out to Harmony Samuels for that.
And to be honest with you, to watch him create and make those music, the music that he did, and work so hard to, bring his career back to the forefront. Mm-hmm. It took a lot of genius and a lot of hard work, and he really put it in there.
Well, I'm convinced that Shay and Chris Brown used to date. All right, so I'm definitely.
I don't know,
Shay.
You
in my mind,
you're a crazy ex. Let me tell you that.
In my mind, no, I love Karuchi for him, so it's no shade. But I love Chris Brown as a person. I love him as an artist, and I just really support that whole situation. So anybody that we've spoken to thus far that has worked with him, I just always just commend you guys for not letting the negativity get in the way of the work.
Well, if you know Chris for real, you know that he's a good dude.
Absolutely.
And Chris Brown, actually my career burst started with him. I'd worked on a record in the UK with a rapper called Chip, and Chris jumped on the record. It was called Champion in 2010 because he loved the record. He didn't jump on it because he wanted, you had to be someone well known. And that's why I love Chris, because Chris, as long as it's great and he feels it and he loves the person he's working with, he'll put you on, or he'll work with you. He doesn't look at your status. And that was an amazing an event for us. And we had a #1 record with it. And even when I moved to LA and I was working with him, the dude would always run around screaming. It was like, "Oh, you need to work with this kid Harmony. It's crazy." So,
yes.
Yo, Chris is amazing. He'd be in the studio spinning. He'd be shooting the video in his mind while recording the song. And I'm like, "Chris, we ain't even wrote the song yet. Finish it." And he's like, "Yo, we're going to shoot the video. I'm going to get the crane coming across there." And he's doing these choreography moves. And I'm just like, this is nothing but genius. He is the real deal.
Very good.
I heard you have a record on the upcoming Common Kings album, who was my brothers. So shout out to you on that.
Yep, those boys, I keep trying to tell people Common Kings is going to be our future, Kings of Leon, our future Coldplay. And they're from a whole different culture, so we're going to get it in a different way. And I think it's a great time for it. And they got good hearts, man. They're really good dudes. I love them.
Well, Harmony, I don't even know, if we even have time to talk about everything that you have accomplished thus far. I definitely just want to say thank you, for taking the time. And, I'm looking at the list of people, and I'm like, these are all my favorites. J-Lo, Neo, just everybody. So shout out to you for coming over here and following your dreams and making do what it do.
Are you still working, or have you worked lately with J-Lo?
Yes, I actually did she's got a ballad. I think the only ballad on her album. I did a song called "Let It Be Me" on this new album, and it's J-Lo at her finest. Nobody. One of the biggest things I would say that people always say is that J-Lo can't sing, and I'm going to tell you on this particular song, it doesn't matter who I play it to. they go, wow, she sounds amazing. And she really did sing her butt off on that. So definitely when you get the album, or if you're going through the album, let it be me, produced by myself. You're going to hear J-Lo singing like she's in church.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, look, man, again, Harmony, we really appreciate you checking in. If people want to follow you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you want to give out all that?
Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. Harmony Samuels on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And thank you for having me. I'm a big fan of you both, so I appreciate being on your show and showing me love.
Thank you so much.
Very
Anytime.
good. You have a great day.
You too. Have a good day.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.
OC 104 is your due to